it's Jean here and welcome to my channel. So I feel like it was just yesterday we went on a dinner date, but today I thought we'd go on another dinner date because I recently purchased a soup mate. Yay! And I haven't used this yet, so I thought today for dinner we could have some soup. Maybe start it simple like tomato soup, just to test out to see whether this works or not. And I thought, you know, also to fill us up, we could have some like toasted sandwiches as well. So yeah, I haven't used this before and I did buy this second hand. So I have thoroughly cleaned it, so let's see whether this will work or not. Hi guys, so I flipped the camera around so you can see while I'm preparing. I should really invest in a wider frame because this is kind of awkward, but anyways. So like I said, I purchased the soup mate second hand. I was actually looking at purchasing it in store because, I don't know, I was up one night and I was watching the info commercials and they were talking on about the soup mate, and I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. Like, you can put everything in one and it just makes soup by itself. You don't have to, like, you know, put it in one pot, chop it up, do that, do this. And yeah, so my friend Michael also has one as well, and he was like, yeah, it's really good. So I was actually thinking about purchasing it, but obviously Cam took me out of it. Until recently, someone posted up on Facebook for sale for $25. So I was like, yep, that's mine. So I went and picked it up. I haven't used it yet, so hopefully it works. But the good thing is they still have all the little booklets that it came with. So I thought today what I'll do is make just a basic tomato soup to start off with. So I'm going to be following the ingredients in the book. Now this is just a classic tomato soup. So it says here you need 400 grams cans of chopped tomato. I went and bought a lot of fresh tomatoes, so I'm going to be using this instead. It also needs 1 clove of garlic, 1 small onion, 1 carrot, I don't know, it doesn't say a size. I've got 1 carrot, and it says here you need 1 stalk celery. I don't have celery, so I'm going to put another carrot in. So these are just like 2 small carrots, and 500 mils of chicken or vegetable stock. I'm going to use chicken stock, and 1 bay leaf, my bag of bay leaves, a pinch of dried basil, and a pinch of thyme. I'm going to use mixed herbs instead. So it says here, you actually need to chop these up. So it says chop the garlic, onion, carrot, and celery into approximately 2 to 3 centimeter cubes. I don't know, I kind of thought, for some reason I thought you can just chuck everything in and it'll just do it itself, but alright, so I guess I gotta do some chopping. So I just added in some chopped up garlic, onion, carrot, and tomato. I actually bought a bit too much tomato. I don't think I really need it that much. Anyways, I'm also going to add in some tomato paste, only because I don't know whether it will give that tomato taste. So I know it's tomato, but you know how like sometimes if you use real tomatoes, you need to put like a little bit of paste in just to make it more a little bit more concentrated and taste more tomatoey. So I've got this pizza sauce, which I guess is something similar. So I'm going to add a bit of this in as well. And what's next? So it says here to add in herbs and the stock. So there's my herbs. So a pinch of basil and thyme. It's a bit more than a pinch, but I know I like it kind of herby, so I guess that will do. And 1 bay leaf. So I'll chuck one of, this one looks nice, I'll chuck this in. Alrighty, and then also says 500 mils of chicken stock. So I've got my chicken stock here. Just add this in. I don't know if that's 100 mil, but I don't know if you can see, they've got like little measuring stuff on the side. So I've just reached the boil max. So I guess I'll just stop there just in case. So now it says adjust the settings to your desired soup consistency. Oh, that's on my thing. Okay, so I'm just using my iPhone for this because it's just easier. So I've put it in and it's... Oh, what the fuck just happened? Okay, so it says here... adjust the setting to your soup desire. So what is my soup desire? Smooth... Well, I like smooth soup. So I'm going to put it... Did I turn it on? Or? Okay, so I've got it on smooth. And then it says... Replace the lid after pressing start. After pressing on and off, put the soup mate on standby, press smooth. Then what the fuck was that one? Oh shit, it's doing something. Okay, I think I've just turned it on because it started making a noise. Yeah, I think it's on. Somehow I turned it on. So I guess we just have to wait. It doesn't actually tell you how long it takes for it to cook. Oh, that's a bit weird. So I don't actually know how... Ooh, can you see that? It's like doing something. Like, it's moving around. This is so cool. I wonder how it's going to get like the bay leaf because it's like right on the top. Huh, interesting. I spoke to my friend Marco who has one of these soup mates. Hey, dogs. He said that it should take about 20 to 40 minutes to cook. However, his kind of has a blade where it blends and cooks at the same time, which I don't know if mine's doing that. But lucky he told me because I would have been standing here for, I thought it would take like 10 minutes or something. So far it's doing something. I actually think there might be a blade because I don't know if you can see. I'll flip this around. I don't know if you can see, but it's like starting to do something. So maybe there is a blade in there that's, ooh, it's a bit warm now. And it's only been like, what, a minute? There might be a blade in there because something seems to be happening. It just, right now, it just seems to be like boiling water. But yeah, this is kind of exciting. Okay, so it's probably been about 2 minutes or 5 minutes. I don't know. Anyways, the bay leaf was kind of annoying me because it was just kind of sitting on top. So I kind of just removed this and pushed it in. I was just like wondering, like, because my friend said that here's what has his blade and it will start like doing stuff. So I was recording it to show him what it looks like, and then the blade went off and started like doing it. I'll show you the clip of that as well. It was kind of like bubbling and spinning. It kind of went and did like 1 or 2 spins, and now it's just kind of stopped. Anyways, we'll see what happens. So I was just standing here looking at it, thinking how beautiful it was, like, you know, bubbling from the bottom, moving all the tomatoes around. And the next minute, and it kind of spat some out. I don't know what the hell's going on there, but they should have really thought about something for that because a little bit kind of came out, so nah. So I just watched some YouTube clips and to see how other people found their soup mate. And I think the reason why it keeps spitting out every time it blends is because I've overfilled it. I don't know if you can see, but there's like, it's got here water, minimum water, soup minimum, steam max, and it's got soup max here and boil max. So I think what you're meant to do is only really put it up to soup max. So I don't know if you can tell, but it's really close to the top. But yeah, I did a mistake. Oh well. Okay, so I think it's done because it just beeped at me a couple of times. I started this at about 7:32. It is now 8 o'clock. So it took about just under half an hour for it to finish. I did add a little bit more tomato paste in because the color looks a bit pale. But then again, I think it's because I used normal tomatoes. So I guess it's ready. I'll just turn it off, I guess. And unlock it to see what it looks like. So it kind of looks a bit frothy right now. It looks really foamy. I hope it tastes good. Actually, it looks really foamy, like. Oh well. Anyways, while that's cooling down a bit, I'll just make my grilled sandwich. Okay, so now I'm going to make some toasties. So I need my bread. This is like the toasted white bread. some cheese. I'm just using this single Kraft cheese. I prefer using these plastic cheese for grilled sandwiches, especially when you use it in a conventional oven, because I love it how it just melts. So I've got that. I've got some tomatoes sliced and also towel dried so my toasty doesn't get soggy. And I've also got some honey roasted ham. So I've got some in here. And yes, I'm just going to make my toasty. And I've got some butter as well. So I'm going to butter my bread first. And I'm going to get some butter. And just butter it. Now my secret to having a really yummy toasty is buttering it on both sides. You have to butter on both sides, because if you butter it on the outside, it just gives it a really nice golden color to it. And so good as well. I'm going to make two because, I don't know, I'm greedy like that. But I guess you don't really have to put butter on the inside if you're, I guess, cautious of how much calories you're taking, I guess. I think most importantly, you put butter on the outside just to give it that nice golden color though. But I like to put it on both because I like my toasty butter. Now that I've got that buttered, I'm going to start off with my ham. So this is just honey roasted ham. I'm just going to get one slice of that and one on the other side as well. And then what I like to do is put the cheese in the middle. That way the cheese kind of melts and holds everything in. The good thing about putting butter on the inside, the butter kind of holds onto the ham and the tomato. Whereas the cheese, if you put that in the middle, it just kind of melts and holds everything together. So I'll put that in as well. And then on top, I'm just going to add in my tomatoes. And I'm going to do this because I like to have it all. I don't like it when you have too much tomatoes, and maybe like that. And then also add some salt and pepper as well. So I'll put a bit of pepper and a bit of salt. And then that's pretty much it. So then now we're going to put it into the conventional oven. This is my mini conventional oven. I know it's really messy right now, but that's because we use it quite a lot. So I'm going to put my bread in. Just like that. And turn that on as well. So I've got this on grill. And I'm just going to put it up to 10 I think it's 10 minutes, but I'm also going to keep an eye on it just so it doesn't burn, because it has happened before. But yeah, so while that's waiting, I'm just going to quickly tidy up. Okay, so my toast is now ready and it's nice and golden brown. I'm just going to transfer that to my plate. And I'm just going to cut that into triangles. And see how crunchy these are? They're so toasted. Okay. And with my bowl, I'm also going to fill it up with my soup. And then voila, that's dinner for tonight. Okay, so now we have dinner ready. Bon appetit. I'll start off with this. I don't know if you can see, but some of the tomato came off, but it's like so nice. I love grilled cheese sandwiches. Well, this is like ham, cheese, and tomato. It tastes so good. This reminds me of childhood. My dad used to make us this for breakfast every morning. This is where I got the kind of like the how I made it from, because my dad used to do it this way. I know when you make grilled sandwiches, you kind of want to use that cheddar kind of cheese, but for toasties like this, I like using the plastic cheese because I don't know, it's just more runny when it melts. It's more gooey. I could eat this all day, every day. So by the time I post this video, it'll be a Friday, but it's actually Thursday today. I was supposed to go back swimming because I haven't been for a few weeks now. I just like traveling in Sydney back and forth. It's kind of ruined my routine. And I missed 1 week, and then I missed another because I was in Sydney, and then when I got back the following week I was supposed to go, but then, I don't know, I kind of broke out of the routine and it's really hard to get back into it. I was supposed to go today, but last minute me and my friend decided, you know what, maybe we should do it again next month or so, because I'll be going back to Sydney next week as well. Well, I don't know, I find it really hard. Like, I thought today for dinner we'll talk about, like, you know, fitness and, like, you know, going to the gym, working out, trying to stay fit. Last night I went to the gym. Like, all I do now is really, I just go on the treadmill and just, I don't even jog. I just kind of like fast-paced walk while I watch movie show, like TV series on my phone. But yeah, that's me. That's at the moment, like, the only thing that's really motivating me right now is just going to the gym. But because, you know, obviously I want to watch TV, the only thing I can really do is go on the treadmill. But yeah, so I'm going to try the soup. It kind of looks really, I don't know if you can see, but it kind of looks really foamy. Maybe it's because I use real tomatoes, or maybe because, you know, when you use a blender, it kind of blends it, but I hope this tastes good. It's alright, not bad. It tastes very, very healthy. Like, all I can really taste is tomato, like fresh tomato. Could go with a little bit more seasoning, so I'm just going to put some salt and pepper in it as well. I don't know, I love adding salt and pepper to like everything. This is like the best combination, like toasties and soup, especially for winter. You know what would also go really nice? Tabasco, just to give it a little kick. Only a little bit. I don't know, if you have a soup, mate, let me know what your thoughts are on it, because I was kind of worried because I bought it secondhand, that maybe, you know, it's broken or something like that, but surprisingly, like, it's actually works, which is quite good. It does take a while to get used to, like the instructions, or maybe I looked at 1 out of the 3 books, but it didn't really tell you how long or what to expect, so. Okay, so much better. But yeah. So anyways, me trying to stay fit, I have been going to the gym like on and off for a few years now. The gym near my place has like really cheap, it's like open 24 hours and has really cheap deals. So every time they have their 1 year subscription, like membership for I think $1.99, which is ridiculously cheap. Considering it's open 24 hours, I always sign up to it. But even previously when I signed up to the gym, I'll probably only go for about 6 months before I end up stop going or cancelling my membership. Because I don't know, for some reason I just can't stay motivated and continue going. Like, I'll go through moments where, you know, I'll be going every day, and then it'll be every 3 days, and then 3 times a week, and then 2 times a week, till once a week, to once like every 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden I'll just stop going. And I also tried doing like classes and things like that. And don't get me wrong, I actually enjoyed doing it, but I found it with the classes especially, sometimes they're on at like 5:30, 6:30, and I don't know, like I feel like I'm always rushing to get back from work just to go. Which usually isn't the problem, but I feel like nowadays, because I go to work a little bit later, I just can't stay motivated to go. Work early just so I can leave and go to the gym. But yeah, I went to the gym yesterday and I was walking on the treadmill for like probably about a good hour and a bit, because that's how long the TV show went for. And this morning I woke up so sore, like, I don't know. I don't know why, like sometimes I have a good day where I'll be like fine the next day, but today I woke up really sore. And it kind of just made me tired and sleepy as well. So let me know like how you stay motivated to go to the gym. You know, what kind of workouts do you do? What keeps you motivated in going? One time, when I was at the gym, it was just a random day. I think I must have had a day off, and I thought I would go to gym and do like a yoga class. So I was all ready to go in my, you know, in my sweatpants as well as my top. And I wore thongs that day. I don't know if you call it thongs as well, like sandals, flip-flops. Anyways, I was wearing that one day and I went to the gym. I was walking into the car park. I was literally like a car park away from the door, and I slipped. Out of all things, I slipped on a banana peel. Like seriously, exactly how they do it in the video games, like Donkey Kong. I literally slipped, and at that time, like previously when I was in high school, I tried out for hockey once. And I actually sprained my knee, and ever since then, like my knee will kind of pop in and out. Not in a bad way, but once in a while it'll pop. So I thought it was just something like that oh, my knee kind of popped out a bit. So I didn't think anything about it, because usually after that, like it'll be fine. But as I got up, I walked into the gym and I was about to walk up the steps to go to the yoga class. I took one step and I was like, my knee is like throbbing pain. So I turned around and I'm so stupid, like instead of reporting it to reception, which was right there telling them what happened, I walked or limped past reception. Like no one said anything anyway. So I limped past reception, got into my car and drove home. It was still throbbing. So what did I do? I took a nap. I took a long, probably like an hour or two nap, and then I woke up thinking, okay, this is obviously something worse, because, you know, usually it'll be healed by then. So by then, like 2 hours later, I decided to call the gym and let them know what's happened, and said, you know, someone has dropped like a banana peel on the floor in the car park, and I obviously slipped and hurt myself. And they were like, you know, oh, I'm sorry, but you know, there's nothing much we can really do. Like, we do have cleaners go out and clean up every once in a while. But I was like, are you serious? Like, don't you have cameras or anything? Like, I'm seriously hurt. Anyway, so the next day I went to the doctors and he said I sprained my knee again. So I was kind of bummed, because it was literally like 3 months or so before my wedding, and I was freaking out because Kang and I decided to, I don't know why, we decided to do something different and rehearse like a choreographed dance just through YouTube, how to do it. So I was really worried because, you know, it was 3 months to the wedding, and my knee, I just went and sprained my knee. So like seriously, try telling people how you sprain your knee. It's so weird. So next time if you hear someone of like spraining their knees, like hurting themselves on random things, don't laugh, because shit like that really happens. So anyways, after that, kind of laid low to be, stayed at home because my knee was obviously throbbing. And then I went back to work and did a few physio sessions, and by our wedding, my knee was like slightly better, so it wasn't too much of a big deal. But every now and then, I would kind of be cautious in what I do so I don't sprain it again. But yeah, after that moment, like within like a week after, I pretty much cancelled my membership because there was no way I was going back to that gym. Which I am technically there now, but only because it's so cheap. But yeah, I always manage to embarrass myself at the gym. One time I was on the treadmill, like just doing my thing. And I had my headphones in and music on, but I think my towel must have dropped, so I kind of bent over to slightly picked it up. But I forgot that my headphones were attached to the phone that was on the treadmill. So I kind of like slipped and tripped and kind of like went back a bit. It was so embarrassing. But I think that's the scariest thing about going. Like, I don't know about you, but I know I find it really intimidating on the gym because there's so many like big guys that I could work out and things like that. And the one thing I'm always cautious about is like embarrassing myself. But somehow I still manage to embarrass myself. And I think because I embarrass myself so many times, it's not really embarrassing for me anymore. So, but yeah, this soup is actually not bad. I don't know, like I'm actually a big fan of soup. I think it's because it's just so easy to eat. Sometimes I'll eat something and I just can't be bothered because I can't be bothered chewing. But soup is just so easy. I love soup. Ken doesn't love soup as much, so I feel like every time I make soup, I feel like I'm the only one eating it, which is why I don't really cook it as much. Because when I do, I like to, not on purpose, but because I never know my measurements, I always tend to make a little bit too much, so I have a lot of like frozen soups in the freezer. But it tastes relatively healthy. The soup mate I think was designed as kind of like a kickstart diet. I had a lot of like really healthy recipes to I guess help you lose weight. So I don't know, maybe I'll start doing that for a week to see how that goes. I feel like recently I've put on so much weight. And, you know, I have done a soup diet a few years ago, the kickstart diet. And literally that is probably one of my favourite vegetable soups that I normally make. I don't know, I think it was on like Current Affairs one year, like years ago, and my mum and I went on it. And the soup wasn't actually too bad, it was actually quite nice. So pretty much what it is, like these soup diets, is that I think you can have like one or two, like one meal a day or so, but you pretty much replace every other meal with soup. And like obviously healthy soup, but I don't know, I can't remember whether it worked or not, but I still drink the soup once in a while, like sometimes I crave it. So, man, I'm so happy I bought the soup, mate. Cal was trying to tell me off, like, why I shouldn't buy it, but I have so much, like, appliances at the moment for different things. So, I don't know. The one thing I hate about making soup is that there's so much cleaning up to do. Like if you make one big pot, which is fine, then if you have to blend it, I don't know, I find it really messy. Like you have to move it, especially because the soup is hot, you have to move it from the pot to the blender and then blend it. And sometimes it doesn't all fit, so you have to do it in bits by bits, and it just gets really messy. So I'm happy that I managed to get for $25 because, yeah, it's pretty good. I could seriously eat like 10 of these. That's so good. Actually, after a while, the foamy like froth in the soup isn't too bad. You just need to let it sit for a bit for it to settle in. And it's not too bad. It definitely does taste, I mean, it didn't taste too bad before, but it just felt really clean. I mean, if you are really into your vegetables and stuff like that, then, you know, this will probably be great for you, but it definitely did help adding like salt, pepper, especially Tabasco, just to give it an extra kick. And I don't completely feel too bad because it's real tomatoes anyway. I don't know what's the difference between real tomatoes and canned. I think the canned one has some kind of like preservative in it. But, yeah. So that is pretty much it. That was the soup. Oh, the Tabasco is like making my nose runny. And the toasted sandwiches. So let me know how your dinner was. Let me know if you enjoyed me watching these, like me kind of cooking my dinners. Probably next time I'll try like do some takeout ones because I know a few people like the takeout ones, but I don't know. I like to cook at home because one, I like to know what goes into my food, and I think it's cheaper cooking at home than eating out. And I'm trying to be very, I guess, conservative with my money financially. Just because, you know, we have things to save up for. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope you like this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. And also make sure you subscribe to watch more videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.